are here with Wesley Beasley at Twin City Home and Hardware. This is a brand new hardware store, and he is on here just to talk to us a little bit about what he's got going on up here, and the offerings for folks right around Twin City to be able to pop in and shop for their home or projects they have going on. So Wesley, thank you for joining me today.
You're welcome.
So well, we I guess just tell us a little bit about the store, what you have here in the store for people to be able to pop in and shop for. I see we're right in front of the really cool paint center.
We have a good selection of paint. We have a little bit of everything. You know, everybody comes in, you know, they talk about the selection of stuff we have, you know.
I know, it's great.
They can come in and, you know, they don't have to bounce around to different stores. Right. They can come in and we generally have, you know, a little bit of everything. So
I think what you're doing here is serving the community with a convenient place, you know, to be able to go.
Well, it was well needed, and I had thought about doing this, I don't know, probably about 5 years ago. Okay. And I kind of backed down on it and waited, and then I just seen a need for something here in Twin City. Nowhere to go. You always had to go to Swainsboro or Statesboro or wherever else to find anything. And you know, not that it's that far, but by the time you leave here, drive to Swainsboro, and
40 minutes.
Come back, you know, you're 45 minutes an hour of your time, and you know, it just seemed like it would work. So I said, well, bit the bullet, and let's try it out and see how it goes.
Well, and you know, there was a hardware store here in Twin City, downtown, and you know, it was definitely something that was needed, and but the time on that kind of ran out. You know, they decided, the folks that owned that decided to do something different and sell out, and so, you know, but I can't imagine like that. The timing worked out really well, you know, for us to be able to come in and serve the need.
I think there was a few months difference, you know, by the time I think when they closed and we opened, and when we opened, I didn't advertise it, and then still hadn't really advertised much. A little on Facebook. Other than that, that's about it. I just kind of opened my doors the week before Christmas and let a few contractors know that I was open, and word of mouth kind of got around that we're open, and now it's pretty steady traffic, you know, especially after lunch, mainly. So tell me a little bit, and tell everybody listening a little bit about like what got you to this point. So a little bit about your background. So you went to school at ECI, and you know, maybe how you kind of what you did for work, you know, earlier in your career, and kind of what led you to kind of feel like, wow, okay, I feel like I can do something like this. Well, I've been in basically the construction business all my life. That's what I did when I graduated school. I been in the concrete business. Basically, concrete's all I known.
And now, was that your own business, or did you work?
I worked with my dad. Okay. And I worked with him, I don't know, for probably 5 or 6 years, I'd say. And then my grandfather, he had some trucks and all in the concrete plant in Swainsboro, and so I bought my own dump trucks, and so I still worked with my dad and had some dump trucks, and so then I went to work with my grandfather up there at Swainsboro Concrete and ran that plant for a while, and helped him. And he decided he wanted to sell, so we had to do something, make a move. So I decided to put one here in Twin City. And I lived here and it was close, and you know, so I said, for what it was, we could run from here to Swainsboro, so wasn't too bad. And done that. Been there now. The concrete plant's been there 15 years. And
that's right over here, is it?
Just right here behind us.
Right. Okay.
And you know, that's really all I did for a long time. And I had some dump trucks, you know, and back in 2018. Well, a little before that, me and my grandfather, we kind of went in business together. We owned Beasley Trucking there in Swainsboro, and we kind of combined our equipment and went in together. And I wanted to do something a little different. He used to haul cement himself, bulk cement, and I decided I wanted to do that, and I asked him if he wanted to do it. He wasn't real into doing it anymore.
For
somebody like me that doesn't really know a lot about all this, what do you mean by bulk cement? Like, does that mean?
In the tractor trailers, we haul it in these big tanker trailers.
And it's already together?
No, we haul it's cement that they use to make concrete. That's what we put in the bins.
So it's like loose
bulk. It's just powder.
Got it.
And so decided to do that, and he didn't want to. I said, okay, so I bought some trucks, and started with a couple, 3, and now we have 8, and which is enough, plenty. And so I've done that, and as far as that, and doing the concrete. And a year ago, a little over a year ago now, I decided to go back and try this again, just see what it do. I just thought after seeing everybody going to Swainsboro and saying we need something, listen to people, we need something, and nobody was going to do it. It didn't look like. So it's been 5 years, so I was going to do it before, and I said I would try, and it took. I started in November of with the dirt work. November of was it 20?
22.
Yeah, 22. November of 2020. No, November of 2021 is when I started.
Okay, really?
Yeah. And because we opened in December of 2022.
That's right.
Yeah. So it took me a year to really get everything built and the inventory. It took longer than expected with how it was getting anything done. It just took forever. So
now y'all had the land here already because of the cement business, or did y'all have to acquire the land?
Some of it.
Okay.
I had most of it behind us, and I had to acquire this acre right here from Mr. John Wetzel. He was good enough to sell me this acre, and it was I thought it was a good location. It was a little tight, but I kind of made it work. It was right here in front of 80 highway, so you can't really ask for 192. You can't really ask for a much better location. It is hard to see sometimes. People will drive by it, but it's getting where people are looking now.
Right.
So.
It looks great from the outside. The sign looks good, and the red kind of stands out. So So tell people a little bit about your hours. So Monday through Saturday.
Yep.
When can they come and shop?
We're open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 6.
Okay.
Which most people close at 5. So I, just hang on another hour. When people getting off work, and stay open till 6. And Saturdays we are 8 to 4, which generally everybody closes around here at 12. So. Other than being Swainsboro Tractor Supply or somewhere in Swainsboro, Statesboro, there was nowhere else to go after 12. So we decided to just stay open till 4, and so far it's worked out good. I mean, it takes a lot of time. You don't get to stay home as much, but we'll get to that.
You have a good team here.
Yeah.
So you have several people that work at the counter and around the store. So how many folks do you have that kind of help you out?
I have most of it's part time. Most everybody's part time, and that I have. I'd like to try to work more the high school kids, but right now it's just not.
Their schedules are
it's and I don't need that much help right now. I got family. My family, my aunt comes on Saturdays. I got Cal. He works in here full time, and for the most part, and everybody else, the other couple I got, are just part time. Usually Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays are the main day. Yeah, the busier days. So, but like I said, we're growing, and I know when we add any lumber, I'm going to have more help and stuff like that. We're adding we're starting getting our propane tank ready to fill propane tanks.
Okay.
That's something we're adding here in the next week or so.
Right. Okay. So you have propane coming, and you have lumber coming.
Yep.
And what else do you plans, or do you have in the works? Is that it for now? That's a lot.
Yeah, that's it for right now. That's it for right now. That's about it. What I'm doing is I'm just going to be able to add on to the back of this place for my lumber right now.
Okay.
And I'm going to go across a little driveway to my plant there and build me a bigger yard there for some lumber and other stuff. But right now I'm just kind of confined to here, and trying to make that work. Trying to be smart with the space we have. So I can't have everything, but try to have a little bit of something to help people.
Right.
Get what they need.
Right.
now it's springtime, so
Yep.
people are getting ready to be outside and
Yep.
working outside. So I saw that you have seed and stuff like that.
Yep.
So anything kind of timely right now that you have that people might need?
Well, we got a good selection of garden seed. I know that's coming up here, Good Friday, so that should start going pretty
Yep.
good. We have a good selection of plants. Actually, just went and picked up a load yesterday, so we got anything, your tomatoes, your peppers, anything you want like that. Flowers, we have hanging baskets, ferns, and I go every week for the most part and pick up a new load.
Right.
Whether it be hanging baskets, flowers.
There, I got one for our shop. Hopefully, I won't kill it. Now, what about like feed and seed and that kind of stuff? Because we have the beloved OA Hall store that was in business for so long, and it's sad to see that time retire with that store. But is there a need for any of that stuff coming up? You think or?
I already have a pretty good selection of feed, dog feed, especially chicken feed. I have fertilizer for everybody's gardens and stuff. I don't have a lot of selection of the horse feed and cow feed and hog feed, stuff like that. It's just so much of it, and I'm out of room to put a lot of it. So I try to stick.
So you have chicken feed.
Yes, I have chicken feed, fertilizer, dog feed. We have a good selection of dog feed, and I just, like I said, I was just out of room where to put anything. So, and there's so much of it, so I just stick with mainly what I can sell right now.
Sure. So tell us about when people come and get maybe their feed or whatever. It looks like you have a setup in the back.
Yeah, we have a big door in the back, and people they pull in. If they get a substantial amount, that's instead of toting it through the store, they can pull around the back, and we have people that we'll get them loaded up, let them be on their way.
Right. Yeah. That's perfect. That's great. Well, thank y'all for supporting all the Fixins. The small town businesses kind of stick together. So I know y'all have ordered lunch.
We do. We go there. Right smart. Yeah.
Thank you for that. Some of the things y'all like to do at home. From a when you are at home, do y'all do anything like grilling out or stuff?
Yeah, we have friends over.
Y'all have like a nice outdoor kitchen and all out there.
We have a place in our shop. We all hang out there. So.
I know. It's like, and then I guess we have Piggly Wiggly up here.
Yeah, we have a good grocery store here in Twin Cities, so really don't have to go anywhere right now. I mean, there's a few things we have to leave to get, but for the most part, we can, we take care of ourselves around here. So.
Why? Tell me why. I know. I guess looking at your background, you had your family business, and that kind of kept you here. But did you ever think about moving away or leaving for anything, or did you always kind of envision yourself here?
No, never thought of moving away. I figured I could stay around here. I can make it. Just have to do a little of everything to make anything.
That's right.
But yeah, I knew I was staying here. I wasn't going anywhere.
Because I think a lot of times, folks are like, when can I get out of this town? And I went off to college and, moved off for a little while. But, it is one of those things where you appreciate it. Some people don't appreciate it when they're in high school or whatever, but I think, we want people to stick around here and invest in the community. That's right.
And I understand it is hard to find, really good paying jobs around here. I mean, you have to get out and do something your own, or it's very hard to find a real good paying job. But if you get out and want to leave and work and then come back later,
right. Everybody's got to do what they can.
That's right.
You've done a great job. I know I'm sure it's risky, and it takes a leap of faith, to do something like this for sure. And
it'll be here as long as the community shops here. We'll be here. That's what it takes, is everybody shopping here.
That's right. And it may be a little more expensive.
That's right.
That's how it is in a small town. We don't have the luxury.
There are things that's a little more expensive, but I mean, hey, if it's $2 or $3, $4 more more, it beats driving all the way to Swainsboro.
That's right.
I mean, if you're just buying one or two things, it's $2 or $3, $4 more.
Right.
You're not saving anything by going to Swainsboro or whatever.
That's right.
And like I said, they, in Swainsboro, they're more of a supply house side of it. I'm more of a home, hardware.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
So, and I'm trying to stand out different from what they do.
Right. To be able to offer a couple different options.
That's right.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, great. Well, thanks for what you're doing. I really appreciate it. I know the community does too. And, you know, y'all get out here and support Twin City Home and Hardware and come here to shop around. And if you haven't been, you know, come. They're open a lot. That's a lot of hours you guys are open to make sure they catch people when they're off of work. So you guys come and check out what they have and support our small town and the businesses here. But thanks, Wesley.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am.
Y'all have a good day. Thanks for joining all the Fixins and friends.